We'll begin this hour in Nigeria's capital city, where the Nigeria Police Force is already warning politicians against violence ahead Wednesday's judgment to be delivered by the Presidential Election Petition Court. The police force says officers and men across the country are fully prepared to maintain law and order. And that warning is contained in a statement by the force public relations officer, Muyiwa Adejobi. The police said deployment across the length and breadth of Nigeria have been strengthened to forestall law and order in the country. The police also cautioned all individuals, including mischief makers and political gladiators, to be cautious in their actions and statements, as the force will not condone activities capable of inciting violence or causing a descent into anarchy. The police is urging citizens to embrace peace and maintain calm, regardless of their political affiliations. I'm joined now by a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Security Matters, Security Institute of Industrial Security, Onyekachi Adekoya, for more on this development. Mr. Adekoya, the DSS also published an intel earlier this week talking about that he has information that some people are planning to disrupt peace through some violent protest. How do you think security operatives can react to such intel? Mr. Adekoya, I'm asking, what's the world best practice in circumstances like this, and how are security operatives expected to react?
Yeah, sorry, Nifemi, I don't think I can hear you. I lost the question.
I'm asking what the world best practice is as response on the part of security operatives, when they have intels of this nature.
Okay, I seem to be struggling with you to hear you, but I think you are asking about the preparations for the tribunal and how the security operatives are preparing.
Exactly.
And maybe what may have informed the advice we put out by the DSS. Is that a question?
Exactly. Go ahead, Mr. Adekoya. Go ahead, Mr. Adekoya. We'll get back to him in the course of this bulletin when we can establish a proper communication.
Okay, that's fine. So, I like the fact that the government and the law enforcement are now doing what we have been preaching for some time now, which is saying that our measures against loss events should be a bit more preemptive. And the language should be precautionary. Typically, when you have events that can lead to some sort of social unrest, it is very important for the agencies of state to engage in some level of social deterrence. And again, out of an abundance of caution, take certain steps to prevent a loss event or an event blowing into social unrest. Because if you allow events to have a life of their own, you never can tell where it will go. So we've not seen what may cause such an extensive case of arrest, depending on how the tribunal rules. Remember that the tribunal is not a court of finality, but it's good to preempt. And again, we look at flashpoints, maybe some parts of the southeast, some parts of the southwest, limited areas in the north central. So I think it's good that the law enforcement are taking a preemptive approach. Nothing out of the ordinary for me, if you ask me.
Interesting days ahead, and Nigerians are also watching closely what would happen, and particularly the body language of government in handling this latest development. I've been talking to fellow Nigerian Institute of Industrial Security, Onyekachi Adekoya. Thank you for talking to us on the news this hour.